All right, guys. Eric Calvino back, Cigar Snob Magazine. We're at Casa de Montecristo, 8 to 8 Cigars in Chicago with my man Rafael Nodal.
Man, I
Rafa.
have to come to Chicago to see you, eh?
Oh, but please, please, please. So we are celebrating the 90th anniversary of Montecristo, right?
Wow, 90.
In conjunction with the 30th anniversary of 8 to 8 Cigars.
So if we add 90 and 30,
Oof.
can we do that?
We can. Why not?
Yes.
You can do anything.
Yes.
You can do anything. So let me ask you something. So how can you possibly come up with a blend that celebrates the 90th anniversary of one of the most iconic brands, if not the most iconic, in the cigar business?
By not sleeping a lot of months, by being very, very nervous, right? And I'm still nervous because the first time that consumers are going to be smoking the cigar. This was a dream. But, it's not the same as making another brand or even my own aged room blends to such an iconic brand. 90 years, starting in Cuba, in La Habana in 1935. It's very nerve-wracking because in 2020, we celebrated the 85th anniversary.
Yep.
We created the 1935 anniversary series. With
Correct.
my amazing friend.
Huge hit.
Huge hit.
Yeah.
It was number 3 cigar of the year,
That's
Cigar
right.
Snob. And that idea was to move forward the brand, to really have a bolder flavors, box press, a little bit different, that represented the future of Montecristo.
Sort of elevate the brand, right?
Absolutely.
It was
think
a marked step.
I think so, and we were very happy. And again, also very nervous. But it happened at the end during the pandemic, so unfortunately we were not able to celebrate the way we should have. We were all at home. For the 90th anniversary, we wanted to do something a little bit different. I teamed up with the Plasencia family, amazing friends, and we have access to their private family collection of tobaccos.
Yeah, stocks of incredible tobacco.
Incredible, as you know, very well aged tobacco, and that was the basis for the 90 years. So going back, we teamed up with the Plasencia family, and we wanted to look back at what those tobaccos that they had back in 1935. Wanted to create a blend that represented that while not losing the fact that not losing track of that new smokers have a different flavor. So it was a balancing act and a one that I believe we may have achieved.
We may have nailed.
We may have, it's
No,
we don't know. The
seriously.
consumers are going to be saying that.
Yeah,
We're
well,
not sure.
so to put it in my words, so you're wanting to create a blend that harkens back to those old blends that were around in Cuba in the 1930s, but catering to the modern smoker.
For today's consumer.
Correct, and so that's a trick,
challenge,
right? That's a challenge. So,
But a good cigar is always a good cigar.
yeah, no doubt about it. Now, the cigar is fantastic. This is my first one. I tasted some things that may have been that blend.
May have or may not have been.
Yeah.
We had it.
But this is the first one I've had banded. It started out wonderfully. So I'll report back in a little while how I feel. But the beginning of it has been spectacular. Now, what does it mean to be here in Chicago at Casa Montecristo celebrating their 30th anniversary and what this brand means to them? It means quite a bit to Mike and Sam, right?
Yeah, and they have been great partners. This was the first. Their other location, the Casa Montecristo, was original Casa Montecristo agreement that we had many years ago. I don't know how many.
The first Casa Montecristo, correct?
Yes.
That's incredible.
The first one of their, actually an arrangement. Later on, we came out with the Casa Montecristo concept, which is owned by the company. But this one is an amazing partnership because, what we love is to elevate the experience, and they have done fantastic. So now A2A, which is celebrating 30 years, also today is celebrating the new name, Casa de Montecristo. We saw the sign outside, we saw everything. And at the end of the day, Eric, we have great cigars. There are a lot of great cigars on the market, but we are elevating the experience. So it's not only what we do in the factory, not only what is families like Plasencia and Eye and our factories and what we do on the farming, but it's also to that last mile the last point where you
course.
celebrate the cigar and the care which they treat their customers, the care which they put into the cigar. So we are very honored for that partnership for the company because it represent the dream of continue elevating the cigar experience in this country.
Last one. What does it mean for someone like you, someone born in Cuba, where the Montecristo brand has a tremendous value, right? What does it mean for you to be one of the stewards of this brand in its 90th year, right?
Wow.
Like that has to be a tremendous like source of pride for you, but also a tremendous challenge.
It's a challenge because, as you mentioned, we're not the owners of the brand. We are stewards of the brand. Of
course.
So my only goal was that I did not destroy the brand during my stewardship. I wanted to make sure at least I didn't do it, and then have the opportunity now the first 85th anniversary and now the 90. But someone like this, I came, as you know, to this country in a little boat. And when I first started on the cigar industry, I started because I fell in love with the cigar, not only the cigar, but the culture, and that it represented so much our heritage. And now to be associated with an amazing brand like that it is nerve wracking, but it is an incredible opportunity. I wake up every morning. I give thanks to God because wow, it's if you're going to be in this industry and being able to at least influence a little bit the Montecristo brand, that is priceless. This is priceless.
It is, man. And thank you for all the hard work that you do. Thank you for these incredible blends that we keep smoking. And
thank you for what you
continued
guys
success.
do. Thank you for what you do because you're a partner. You let us. You are like the that bridge between us and the consumer, taking the information on things because it's something like this started a few years ago.
Yeah.
And in a vacuum, we quiet. And now being able to be here, for you to be here, coming and visiting from Miami to take that word out for us means a lot. So thank you to you, thank you to your staff, and
Thank you, brother.
appreciate the job.
Oh, thank you,
sir.
All right, guys. You heard it. All right, guys. Eric Calvino, Cigar Snob Magazine at Casa de Montecristo at the Montecristo 90th launch with Oliver Hyams. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us here. So let's talk really quick. How is it that you can prepare a launch that lives up to this iconic brand, right? So this is Montecristo, the iconic brand of the cigar industry.
Yeah.
Montecristo 90th anniversary. How can you possibly create a launch that kind of lives up to it?
Well, I know this project was a long time in the works, and it's really working with the collective team behind the scenes. So obviously working with each department, bringing the project to market. So working with the product capability team, with Rafael, working with our design agencies, working with the internal teams about how do we best pay tribute to the 90th launch. So obviously this year being the 90th anniversary. So we have a lot, we thought we wanted to make it very celebratory. And so the launch, we did a lot of marketing assets, brand-wise. There's a lot of video content on the history of the brand. And then kind of from today onwards, there's going to be a whole series of national events, just celebrating the brand, educating consumers on the product, and really just trying to teach people about the history and legacy of the brand, and then hopefully bring them to try some of other brands within the portfolio.
It has like a very casino style to it, right? All the styling is casino. And so how did that come about?
Yeah, so we worked really hard on the story. We went back and looked at kind of what was popular in that era in the 1930s in Cuba, and there were two things that stood out. One was the casino theme, as you mentioned, back in the day. So there was a lot of historical imagery we found from back in the day, which inspired some of the inspiration. And then the packaging, one of the other things that was popular in that time was luxury cruise lines. So kind of like the Titanic kind of ships. And there was some imagery from some of the ships that we really, really liked. And so the reds, the golds, the blacks, which also are color schemes of the brand, we were able to integrate that into the box. Is actually inspired by one of the rooms from a luxury cruise liner. So we kind of took the two themes together. So each box comes with a magnetic casino chip. Our activations will also be around 1930s casino night. So even today we're going to have some gaming. And so yeah, those are the two themes that we kind of stuck to, and obviously the iconic branding of Montecristo, so the same iconic cigar band, the same logo lockup, and everything else.
Now you also created this like beautiful watch. You partnered with BRM,
Yes.
right? The famous French watchmaker.
Yeah, so we had 5,000 boxes of each size of the brand that we launched, and then we wanted to just kind of do something a little bit special. So we'd worked with BRM in the past. Yeah, I think we have one here. We can open it. Hopefully we don't drop it. So yeah, this is just a really special piece, and the packaging of this mirrors the box itself. But this is like you said, BRM is a watch manufacturer out of France, luxury watch. They actually specialize a lot in the racing industry.
Yeah, the automotive, yeah.
And they had a couple of watches in their designs that look very kind of casino-esque. So we kind of approached them, and then we worked with our team and their team on designing a custom, fully bespoke watch. So there's only 35 of these packages available. So it comes with the watch winder, and then we actually designed a special game that will go with the brand. So you see the dice, the chips, and the cards, and then when you lift this up, there's actually a tray underneath to store the cigars in the humidor.
So what is a package like that? How does someone acquire one of these packages?
Yeah, so they're available. You know, obviously we sold them to retail, so they're select around the country. There's only 35 units, so the retail price for the whole package is $15,000. So that includes
15 has the watch, and what else?
has the watch, the custom humidor, the game, and then the humidor underneath.
And the watch winder.
And the watch winder, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Very
It's
cool,
a
man.
limited edition. So yeah, there's only a few of those available, but we're lucky tonight to have them here.
It's a beautiful presentation. I've been a fan of BRM watches for a long time.
Yeah.
At one time, I owned one.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I've had a lot of watches.
Yeah.
And that was the only watch that I've ever had. Like, any time I wore it,
Really?
someone would say, "My God, what a cool watch!" Like,
Yeah.
So it's funny that you guys would use BRM
Well,
for that.
I don't really have the wrists for some of their watches, but
I felt the same way, but it worked.
I need to do a few more bicep curls, I think. But they are really great people. They're very passionate about their craft, and they were so nice to work with on designing it. And like I said, we worked with them in the past on a project, and they love handmade cigars. They love Montecristo, and we're very lucky that we were able to work with them. And we're excited that we finally got to the stage.
Fantastic, man. Well, thank you again.
Yeah, no, thank you again for being here. Enjoy it.
Release.
Yeah.
All right.